a few months ago with a few friends. The second arc seemed really lacking. I guess I know why. Do they ever explain how the time travel works? No, it's chopped up to like, oh, it's just his thing. But in that video, I only talked about the 4th volume, but even in the 3rd, there's a lot cut out from the story. So like the entire 2nd arc, which I assume like what you're referring to, there's a lot cut. Which is a shame. It's a good manga. It's one of, I don't know if it's like top 5 for me, but easily like top 10. Should I watch the anime if I've already watched the live action? The anime erase is good overall. It's just the last parts of it that I have qualms with. Over, like, for, I would say 85 to 90% of it, it's completely, like, it does the manga justice. Well, not 85, but, like, 75, 80%. It's, like, you couldn't ask for any more. So as long as you go into it understanding that, I still would recommend it. Also, thanks for the bits. You're playing the old level. Am I? I do recall playing through this, but, I was under the impression that was the newest one. Hold on, I need to double check if I'm on 14. You're right. Guess I, while talking my head off, clicked the wrong button. Based on the Feels Like Summer music video, I can only assume Rivers Cuomo is the real member of Weezer, and the other members are just personifications of multiple personalities. Pat doesn't exist. He's just a drum machine that sits in the backstage of every performance. You know how, like, Gorillaz does the hologram for their shows? Or, like, that old Tupac hologram? It's like that, but with Pat the drummer. He's not real. He's not a real person. It's creepy as a crush on his childhood friend when he's 20-ish in a 10-year-old's body. Yeah, Erase story-wise is very Japanese. We'll put it that way. It's Japanese. But I think if you look past that, like, it's not like it's a romance anime. It's just sort of like childhood crushes. It's nothing too weird. Well, save for like 1 or 2 things, but the story itself is unaffected. Okay. Anime is proof that 2 bombs weren't enough. Isn't it the opposite argument that because we bombed Nagasaki and Hiroshima, that's what led Japan onto its course of what is it? Advancement. So, had we not bombed them, maybe they would have gone into a different route of advancement and anime wouldn't have existed. So, World War II created anime, is what I'm trying to say.
Responsible. Does it bother you that much?
He's my father. Besides, who else can undo what he's done?
You can't argue with it. You don't have a counter evidence on me. Hold on. The webcam's really dark. And while I'm happy to hide my mug, people might want to have it brighter.
A demon like you wouldn't understand.
Completely desynced.
Father and family, huh?
I think tabbing out completely desynced. It's desynced for me. See, I'll re-tab, but I feel like that'd only make it worse.
But you better hurry if you don't want me to take all the credit.
It's even worse. Yeah, we'll just play through. It's gonna be out of sync. It happens. HD remaster. For those who missed it, there was like a big climactic battle with my twin brother.
Thank you.
And then
sure thing.
Cicero
Thanks so much.
And a half Japanese girl showed up, and then the floor rose into a giant pillar. A lot to take in. I wonder sometimes if the reason why current Japanese culture drifts so much from traditional values is because a lot of the first Japanese manga artists had to grow up without fathers because they died in the war. I mean, that you could really chop that up to the butterfly effect Like, the smallest... Like, you wouldn't think that early manga artists were affected by, you know, the Great War, but in reality, you know, they were living through it too. So, technically, yeah. Just maybe that doesn't necessarily affect today. That's just sort of a general statement. If it weren't for the Great War, I wouldn't be a streamer, you know? Butterfly effect, that's how it works. Because my great ancestors came from, like, fucking Italy and Ireland. And, that was due to the war. I don't know if it actually was.
Bloody hell, I'm
I think it was during, like, the
my life
recession.
away. Hey, FUNKe.
Hey, Pharrell. I don't know if that's throwing your life away, although 3 months to me, you could certainly make an argument. But I appreciate it. A direct descent of Benito Mussolini? Unlikely, but be interesting. No, I'm trying to think how far back my ancestors came to America. It was like my great-grandmother. I don't know if the Mussolini connection's there, though, unfortunately. I'm trying to do a world skip here. I don't think I can actually go up there. Were you out being rambunctious last night or something? I don't know what that word means. Are you asking me? I was just finishing editing that video I put up on FUNKe. And I just figured I'd take the day. I mean, I could have streamed, but I feel like I've streamed so much like the last month or two that I figured no harm if I take a few days, like just a day in between here and there. It's better than me streaming every day and then showing up like this. Alright, we're gonna find where Dante goes. I think I can show this. You know, that's what I mean. Although, knowing where I'm going right here would be beneficial to me. Exist for our entertainment. I mean, you're not completely wrong. I mean, I would argue I exist for my own entertainment. Okay. Did I miss some instructions? The cutscene went to, like, the bottom of the pit. But not like I can jump into it. You have new weapon. Not on. If I do, I'm not sure that affects this. Beowulf? Oh, does this allow me to climb my brother's gear? Still not quite sure where to go with this. I alt-tab my brain, too.
Afford a fucking haircut?
Yeah.
Entertain me.
Entertain you? Playing Devil May Cry 3. It's entertainment you want? Wait for the cutscene. Also, I have the weapon for this. A link? I mean, it's hard for me to click links, but... Rivers Cuomo, Glorious Moment. That's a good song. I don't know why you're sending me it. Funny you talk about Italian fascists. Forza Nuova had a large presence at our Independence Day march. Fuck this world. Forza Nuova? I don't even know that name, but it's clear he's not wanted there if that's how you view him. Hey, FUNKe? I don't think there's a C in the name, but hey. Alright. See, I was already aware that the Devil May Cry series was not the best at instructions, but, like, up until this point, I could at least fake it. But now I'm, like, actually confused. Where's the quest log? Do a more creative combo? I don't have upgrades for this weapon, so... aside from, like, the pause combo, I can't do anything. It's a neo-Nazi organization worshipping Mussolini. It's a yikes from me. A large yikes. Made to order. Yeah, if that's at an Independence Day rally, that's more than a singular yike. That's like at least 3. It's the world these days. It doesn't help this game really likes utilizing just straight up invisible walls. So if you're struggling to figure out where you're supposed to go, and something looks the right way, it's gonna run into it. Really can't go up there. Why is your avatar still the Halloween? Make it Christmas? It's November. Think I can add like a fall leaf first, maybe, and then we can get to the Santa hat bomby. Be patient. I mean, I'm gonna have to restart the mission. I don't have any clue where it's trying to get me to go. Charge upward. It's not really... I mean, I know I need to go upwards. Make a turkey. I don't know how to draw turkeys. The only turkey I know how to draw is like the hand turkey that you learn when you're
Great.
like 3.
Thank you.
Sure thing.
Thanks so much.
I feel like it's got to do with this. I don't think it's a good sign when I'm playing a game. Okay, it wants me to equip that and I can charge across. That's probably what it is, isn't it? I looked at it before, but I had no idea what connection that had. Bit sound loud? Oh, I can turn it down in a sec. Don't go back to the stock teeth. I thought people liked the stock teeth photo. I was just changing it from Halloween, and I picked the first thing in my documents. Is that so wrong? Oh, wait, do I need to pick it up? Because I don't have it now. Stock teeth image was the only good PFP. I agree with that. As a person that changes his PFP every day, that'd be my, one of my top. I thought that was just an icon telling me to come back with Beowulf. This makes sense too, though. I don't have a picture of game teeth characters. No, because I'd be spoiling Teeth Gaming, which has been on long hiatus, but this day will come. Is this anyhow like Metal Gear Rising? A lot of the Metal Gear Rising people came from Devil May Cry 1. So, I don't know how many of them are still on this team. But they're definitely... there's a connection. Okay, I got Beowulf, but what? I don't understand what I'm doing here. This isn't helping at all. Can I, like, destroy? Why you know read my bits? I just miss some sometimes. If it's under 200, then it doesn't make a loud sound. Read the new weapons move list. It'll help you break the statue, which is mandatory. Oh, it's mandatory? That would explain it. I just assumed it was optional. Well, then I need to pick the move list. The menu's different from DMC1, so I don't remember where to check the move list. I'm gonna assume it's here. Entered. This is what I'm looking for. Man, you have to go through everyone individually? That's so tedious. Y, pause Y. Killer B. I know that because of Naruto. Y midair. RB, forward on stick, plus Y. It's not the most intuitive system, but I follow for the most part. What do you think of Deadpool Pikachu? I'm sus. I'm highly sus of the Detective Pikachu movie. I mean, I'm assuming there's nothing that comes out that makes me hate it, then I'm gonna see it. But I'm highly sus. Just because, like, I'm not a fan of the Ryan Reynolds choice. I think you can do it. It's the story. It's like my dog can talk and only I can hear him. Sort of like a generic Hollywood. And I mean, that was already Detective Pikachu, but I don't know. Hey, that's what I needed. Good call, Bo. That's not what the word means. What? Sus? I was just using suspicious. I'm suspicious of it. Unless you're referring to suspect. Kind of the same context. Either way. I don't know. There's not very many movies that I could even name that I'm, like, keeping an eye on. So if nothing else, I guess I could say that, like, I'll be keeping an eye on any news of it. Oh yeah, actually, they announced Toy Story 4 today, too. Or, like, today or yesterday. Same with a... I don't know if it's a remake of Child's Play. Old 80s horror film about, like, the Chucky doll. Apparently that's... But that franchise was already going, which is what made me confused. So, the original creator of Child's Play is talking shit about it. But they're remaking it next year. Also, I'm not sure how I feel about Toy Story 4. Like, I thought we had pretty good closure already. It's feeling like milk it. The latest film was Cult of Chucky. It's on Netflix. Well, they're doing more with it. I know I need to get behind these guys, but it's not like a straight haul anymore. Toy Story 4 can't be worse than The Last Jedi. Yeah, that's fair. But, like, I don't know. The Last Jedi was bad from, like, storytelling and direction. Toy Story 4, I don't feel like it has the same expectations as a Star Wars film. People take Star Wars film way more seriously. And I don't mean that's unwarranted. I just mean, like, with Toy Story 4, it just has to be not cliche. Like, that's all. It doesn't even have to be particularly great. It just don't be cliche. But I'm still not that excited for it. I don't think we needed a Toy Story 4. I think that's disingenuous to the franchise. I know it's a franchise about toys. So from the beginning, it was kind of always about merchandise. But at the same time, it's like, I'm just so ready for this nostalgia renaissance to be over. If I'm, like, completely honest with you, we're in a day and age where it's all about rebooting, rebooting, rebooting. Literally everything I've talked about today is rebooting. Child's Play, Pokemon, Toy Story, Star Wars, Ozma. Not a reboot, but a re-release. But I'm ready for that to end. I understand that, like, creativity is dead and everything is just sort of like another take on something else. Here's the way I see it. Either the nostalgia renaissance needs to end, or copyright law needs to be adjusted back to 30 years. The problem is copyright law makes it so anyone that has a successful franchise has full control of it until the creator dies, plus like 70 years. Way too long. So all of the re-releases are by the original creator, who start losing focus on what it should be. Think about it. If, say, like, I'm trying to think of an example, like Toy Story, I guess. It wouldn't be out of copyright, but if it was, then someone could reboot their steampunk Toy Story. Yeah, it would be awful, but it would be, you know, maybe it would be a different vision. If they adjusted copyright law so all of these rebooted franchises that nobody wants to see rebooted could be remade from, you know, fans that want to try a new vision for it, I could at least stomach that. I can't stomach, hey, it's an 8th installment of that thing you liked. It's not any different. You're gonna buy it. Let's go. Toy Story, but they're Gundam figures. Exactly. You guys ever seen the Japanese Powerpuff Girls remake? We need more of that. More anime versions of my children's cartoons. That's the future. That's the timeline I want to cut onto. What the fuck happened to Pixar? I mean, it was always like that from the start. They got a big break with Toy Story, and they kind of wrote it. And now they're writing it a little too far, maybe. There's that Lilo and Stitch anime without Lilo. Yeah! I mean, I'll be honest, I don't want more anime reboots, but I want different takes on stuff. Think about it like this. All of the oldest Disney movies, it's not like they were original. A lot like Snow White, a lot of the biggest Disney movies were just remakes of old, like, folklore, or really old films. So, even when, like, for example, Disney experimented with new stuff, it's not like they were. The problem is, when Disney was doing that, that was before copyright law. If copyright law existed, we never would have gotten those Disney movies. And ironically, Disney is the one that most proponented for those copyright changes, so that they could hold on to Mickey. So, Disney took hold of a bunch of properties that made them money, and then prevented anyone else from expanding on their properties. And I think in a flecked way, Disney doing that led us to this nostalgia renaissance. I mean, to be fair, if copyright law was open, there would be even more, but it would be different at least. It would be like the kind of, I don't have an example, but sort of based off of spiritual successors. You know, you'd have stuff more tightly connected, but not on the nail. But now all you get is things made by the original franchise owner that are afraid to try new things. Or conversely, they try way too new of stuff and completely alienate old fans. Either way, it's not a great scenario. Bunch of hypocrites. They very much are. Do you have any idea how many times Walt would spin in his grave at what Disney has done? Especially, like, the copyright and all that. Or I guess maybe not Walt, but the real creators of that stuff. The amount of, like, shitty sequels. I think, like, Walt Disney had an actual philosophy where he's like, we don't do sequels. We make something and then we move on to something else. Obviously, if it's like or like Mickey Mouse or something, you can have a different type of thing. But you don't do like Aladdin, Aladdin 2, Aladdin 3, Aladdin 4. Walt Disney would be fucking... his entire coffin would be filled with his own spit because he's just losing it in his own grave. Walt would spin in his grave knowing there's a black princess now. Yeah, we don't defend everything about him. Again, Walt Disney, there's more doing the hard work. You appreciate the good things, but maybe don't acknowledge that positively. Early 2000s boner for straight to DVD sequels of classic movies. That's the exact kind of thing that he wanted to avoid. Once the live-action Aladdin remake... is that actually happening? Tell me there's not a live-action Aladdin remake. That's the last thing I wanted to hear about today, after talking about what I've talked about. Along with Mulan... I mean, how many... I can't name a single live-action adaptation I've ever liked. And I don't want to be the guy that says never try it, it's not worth trying. I'm sure someone will be able to do it one day. But, like, is anyone asking for this? I wouldn't say so. When I was 10, I could, like, watching Aladdin 2 tell you, like, this didn't need to exist. I didn't need any of this. The reason there's a bunch of live-action redos of Disney movies is if they use it again, their copyright gets extended. That's such a perfect reason. Like, that's such a Disney reason to do it. I don't expect it in the next decade or anything, but I hope within my lifetime there's a serious discussion on the ramifications of copyright law being extended. I really don't think anything good comes from extending it that long. The argument for extending copyright law that long is, well, the original creator needs to properly make a profit off of it, and, you know, I guess they argued, well, like, 30 years isn't enough because, you know, you evolve your franchise over that time. But I don't see how you need an entire fucking human lifetime. Like, especially when you have someone like Disney that plays it pretty safe, and when they don't play it safe, they don't try. They're not evolving the franchise at all. And that's kind of the problem. Live-action Death Note. We're just leaving live-action anime out of it. Even the live-action Avatar, like, I'm sus. I'm still sus on it.
Great. Thank you.
I will say,
Thanks so much.
Carmen copyright LOL for 200 years stereotypes.
it's 200? I thought it was, the author's death plus 70. Is it actually extended 200? You could be memeing that, and I'd believe you, because that's how fucked everything is. Yeah, and stuff like that is because of Disney, you know, lobbying to get it extended. It's pretty much like, well, they have enough money that they can pay for it to happen, and I think that's a big problem. It's almost like late-stage capitalism. You know, I'm not even gonna get into it. I just hope they fix this issue. Any good live-action adaptation movies? I can't think of any. I can think of decent adaptations, but they're not live-action. The Netflix Castlevania adaptation is probably one of the first good video game adaptations I've seen of a show, or into a show from a video game. But I've really never seen a good adaptation of anything, any animation into live action. And again, I'm sure it exists, but I couldn't tell you what. A lot of the ones I've seen are the anime ones specifically, so that may detract from it. I know the Tomb Raider one wasn't, the Scarlett Johansson one had at least decent, not maybe success commercially, but like reception decent. But I've seen the live-action Full Metal Alchemist movie, it was garbage. I've seen the live-action Death Note, it was garbage. I've seen, what was it? The live-action Avatar, it was pretty good. I'm sorry, I'm getting mixed up. That never actually happened. There's not a live-action Avatar. Sorry to lie to you like that. The Kirby anime? I didn't know there was a Kirby anime. The Earthworm Jim show is pretty good. I wasn't aware of it, but hey, at least we got one. Not working. First Resident Evil movie was so okay, they made like 10 more. Yeah, there's that. I think it's safe to say that we're in a bad position, media-wise. Like, I fully expect the next 5 years to be not even cheap, but like, not cheap as in like low budget, but cheap as in like, oh, that's the easy way out. Adaptations of old franchises for the next 5 years. And then like, you know, come that 5 years, people are going to say, hey, this is fucking... Stop. The sales are gonna plummet. And hopefully we'll see more original things come out. I want to see more original movies, you know? Isle of Dogs. Coco. There's something different. Unfortunately, the unique things generally always perform worse. And that's kind of why you don't see it. It's almost like I can't blame them, you know? Like, I don't like these, but when you look at the numbers, they're making way more money milking Star Wars than they are trying anything new. Also, I'm going backwards. Am I? I swear I went through here before. Detective Pikachu looks fucking terrifying. Terrifying and should be released on Halloween 2019. If you told me Detective Pikachu was like an adult slasher film, I'd believe you. Yeah, I'm backtracking a lot. They're milking Star Wars, but aren't even giving it the proper respect it deserves. No, they're not. I mean, I almost want to say, with handing it off to Rian Johnson, they were trying. But Rian Johnson's idea of, you know, moving forward was just doing everything opposite. And that's not... It's not subversion when everything is subverted, you know what I mean? And they're definitely milking it just with the amount of stuff that they've been releasing from Star Wars. It seems like they're finally fucking slowing down. And it took them long enough. I was never even a diehard Star Wars fan, but I was getting Star Wars burnout. Is Isle of Dogs good? I haven't seen... The Isle of Dogs is great. It's just like... It had like a very limited release. It was made by the people... What is it? They made another really cool... the Fantastic Mr. Fox, I believe they made. So, if you know that, which it got pretty good... Laika? It's good. I'd highly recommend. I'd recommend, you know, watching it in a way that gives the people money, but even if that's not on your agenda, I'd still recommend Isle of Dogs. It's not too long, it doesn't drag on. It's pretty competent of a film. I like competent films. Join my faction in Minecraft? I mean, you have to wait. I was thinking, come this week, try to have something planned at the end of the week to start a mini-season, that hardcore season I was talking about a little bit ago. So factions will have to wait, but I'll consider it. The way they seem to be doing Detective Pikachu, it needs to be at PG-13. I hope they don't try and force it to PG. I don't think it'll work if they... I don't... See, that's one of my suspicions, too. I can't tell what they're going for. They're... In the Detective Pikachu... Clearly it's marketed towards someone like me. I'm in my 20s. I grew up with Pikachu, or Pokemon, and I get a laugh out of seeing it in sort of a more gritty, real-life scenario. But at the same time, they're using jokes out of, like, a generic kids movie. Like, when they were doing the good cop, bad cop thing, that was such a cliche moment. Like, clearly just to get the kids laugh. Not that it wasn't clever, but... Damn. Doesn't matter if I died, I was just backtracking anyways. Yeah, they need to do at least PG-13, otherwise it's gonna be... rough. Just because they use cliche doesn't mean it's a kid joke. Yeah, that's fair. I don't mean to say that it's like only a kid would find it funny. I just mean stuff like that I associate much more with a all ages kids movie than I would like a standalone film just trying to do its own thing. Wrong way again? Are you fucking kidding? I can't be going the wrong way, because the other way from this is on the train.
Great.
And the train is backtracking.
Thanks so much.
I can't go up. There's nothing up there. Now you're just getting me confused. Since we talk about new properties, how much do I need to pay you to read my newly published short story? I mean, you can just send me it. You don't have to pay me. Like on stream? I don't know what you have in that short story. Get me banned? What do you mean by go the other way? This is the only other... I didn't mean to step on that. I didn't mean to step on that. Where? I don't know where I'm going. I've been told I'm going the wrong way, but that's not the right way. Charge upward to the sky. Rest in peace, Stan Lee. Yeah, that also happened. There's more on the list. Wow, I went really far back. More on the list of stuff that's gone down. I figured this would just put me at the checkpoint. I went all the way to the start. Honestly, this is fine. I was so lost. Yeah, this... I'm not liking this chapter so far. Of DMC3. See, I'll pour one out for Stan Lee, but I don't... The internet's doing that thing where all anyone is talking about is Stan Lee and the Pokemon thing, and I almost feel like it's... I don't know. It's like getting free karma. Earlier in the stream when I'm like, the webcam's too dark, I need to get a light, you know what I did? I just opened Twitter so that it would be brighter. Right on my screen, literally 1, 2, 3, 4 fucking photos of Mr. Mime from it. 3 of them are just from, like, my friend retweeting single portraits. But just to give you an example of what the internet's been today, I have, like, 4 photos of this fucker staring me in the face. At least he died at the peak of Marvel's popularity. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think everyone was kind of counting the days for Stan Lee. It's not like I was waiting for him to kick the bucket. But he was 95. It was kind of the point where it's like, alright, no one's going to be shocked. And for it to happen after Infinity War, but before Infinity War 2, the only thing I feel bad about for him is that his last cameo before he died was in Teen Titans Go the movie. Which is ironic, since that's a DC film. And it's Teen Titans Go. Just like... If it's just such bad timing. It's wrong. Spider-Man PS4. I mean, that came after, but I'm talking about cinematics. Not franchises. Technically, yeah, I guess he was in that. He was gonna stop with cameos, but I guess he changed his mind. Here's the thing. They have a stockpile of cameos of him for later movies, and I guarantee you that they have his entire face facially constructed. We haven't seen the end of his cameos. He's gonna appear. Even after they run of his actual appearances, they're going to create new appearances. And I don't mind it. It's just like a meme. It's Marvel Cinematics. It's like, you know what you're getting into. A cute Stan Lee cameo never hurt anybody. Cyber Stan. It's gonna be unnerving when there's like a clearly not alive Stan Lee cameoing. And he wasn't even there to record it. The first sentient AI will be of Stan Lee. They're going to create an AI specifically for cameoing in movies. They're going to give it a cybernetic body. Just so he can stand in windowsills. Actors are writing into contracts saying studios can't use their likeness after death. They should. In Hollywood, there's a big problem with that. You know, people can, once they have a 3D recognition of your face, they can use you in properties if they have, like, it in writing. So unless you, like, specifically say, hey, don't fucking recreate me digitally, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna say hello just now, but I hit my ankle on the desk, and all I can think of is pain. That's fine. That's how I view every greeting in my chat, as pain. So, fits right in. Needless to say, there was a lot to wake up to this morning. But you really like guarding your backs, don't you? I'm a recreated face cameo AI. That's why you appear so consistently in chat. You're just cameoing. What have I missed it in the stream or the game? In the game, what you see is what you get.
This is 1980. Can't
In
you
the
afford a
stream?
fucking haircut?
Did Venom come after TTG? If so, then
Venom?
Venom was the last cinematic cameo.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Venom. I was thinking TTG, but I didn't even realize he was in Venom. Yeah, in that. No, just talking about global news and my hatred for nostalgia. That's all that's gone on. So I do go this way. I could have sworn that this was backtracking. You see the trailer for Detective Pikachu? Yeah, I did see it. I've talked a bit about it, so I'm not gonna like rail on it too long. I'm not a fan. I'm open to it. I'm suspicious of the direction. You remember like when I was talking about Justin Roiland the other day with like this Fallout 76 fiasco? Kind of. We're at the point where like Justin Roiland's sense of humor is almost like lame. I feel like Hollywood's gonna do that with Ryan Reynolds. I don't think he was the pick for it. They picked him because he's popular. It's like when they used Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence in whatever that movie was, the one on like the spaceship. They had no place being in that movie. They were just chosen because they're popular. Passengers. They had no place being in Passengers, but they were popular. And I think they chose Ryan Reynolds for the same reason. Not a fan. I'm a fan of Ryan Reynolds. I like Ryan Reynolds, but I think that's a miscast. I'll give him a chance. I'm not completely writing him off. But from the trailer alone, I don't think there was a single time I heard Detective Pikachu and I wasn't like, doesn't fit. He's literally just playing Deadpool as a Pokemon. It's the same character. Like, if he put on a different voice and had a different, like, tone. If you've heard the English dub for Detective Pikachu in the 3DS, it's no Danny DeVito, but it's way closer to what I think it should be. Like, sort of like the gruff kind of Detective Pikachu, like that kind of thing. But then you have Ryan Reynolds just kind of doing like this voice, and it doesn't land with me. Here in Portugal, the National Night News had for its headliner, Stan Lee was the creator of Superman, Spider-Man, X-Men, or the Avengers. One of them. ProZD does a good Detective Pikachu. I actually would have been a proponent for him. He could have done it. For some reason, Hollywood had... You have to get a theater degree. You can't be a YouTuber. If you're a YouTuber, you're on the blacklist. ProZD could have done it. They should make Ryan Reynolds use helium to record all of his life. Hey guys, it's me, Deadpool! I mean Pikachu! I'm good. Alternate donations don't go through? It's weird. I mean, they won't appear in chat, but they should appear on stream. Hold on. I'll see if they, like, appear on my little donation tracker. Oh, I have 2 of them open. That might be an issue. Off topic, but I need to scream. DSA is now selling FN foul receivers made of pot metal that can potentially explode and kill people if you're shot too much. What's an FN foul receiver? Anything that explodes and kills people is a problem, though. So, the fact that was in there is not good. Yeah, if that... I hope... Is that news today? Because if so, just more for today. It's a gun part? Oh. Oh, I see what you mean. That's not good. At all. Have Ryan Reynolds only say Pikachu's a line like an actual Pokemon. In Deadpool's voice, just say Pikachu. Pikachu, Pikachu. It's gonna be interesting. I think no matter what whether or not Detective Pikachu is good or bad, no one can say it won't be interesting. For better or worse. Today is such a news day. Yeah, I feel like every 1 to 2 weeks, there's just one day where, like, some way too much news comes out. And I know it's, like, just purely by chance, but there's always one day, I would say 2 a month, Zerworldor, that, like, everyone just is overwhelmed with shit. And the next one's gonna be whenever Artifact comes out on the 28th. I think that's gonna be the next news day. Just a guess. What about the Monster Hunter? They're making a Monster Hunter movie? I didn't know they were. Is it live action? Who am I kidding? It's live action. Yeah, I saw the Toy Story teaser. Again, I'm not a nostalgic person. I appreciate old franchises, but I am much more of a proponent for new stuff, and this is not cutting it. I want that Half-Life movie. Half-Life and Portal movie. It's a J.J. Abrams crossover, but I'm starting to suspect that it's in development hell. It's not confirmed for development hell, but we haven't heard anything in like a year. I think at the beginning of the year, we just heard it was still in the works. That's all we've heard. And that has me worried. Because when all they have to say is it's still in the works, it's never a good sign. Come on, it's Valve. For the movie. I think it might be good. They never communicate? No, they don't, but it's not only Valve working on this one. It's Mr. Abrams. I'm not saying it for sure is in hell development. I hope not. That's just what's on my mind right now. Did I get lost so easy in here? I don't like the Lost Woods. The Half-Life movie is actually just Half-Life 3, but it's made by David Cage. You're right. I feel like they're trying to pull a Pokemon Go effect on us. On what? Valve? I'm not sure what you mean. A Pokemon Go effect? This is the only Pokemon Go effect I can... The Pokemon Go I don't know what you mean by that. Just like the casualification of something? Like making it for the masses? Or do you mean like just being generally shitty all around but still people liking it? Gordon Freeman played by Ryan Reynolds. Hey, Dr. Kleiner, what's going on, man? What's on your shirt? Got your nose? I'm good. If Ryan... He's gonna find his fucking way. He's gonna rat his goddamn way into that. He's gonna, like, voice a head crab or some shit. I'm very glad about Ozma's Double Donkey Disc. I emailed them about it last year. And they're like, yeah, we're planning on releasing it, but nothing came of it. And they finally did it. Again, I recommend it. It's not like... Doesn't have the gleam and shine that every Ozma album does. It's more like Rock and Roll Part 3, where it's sort of like rough around the edges, but in a good way. It's a fucking great little EP. It's an album, but I feel like it's almost more of an EP. They have a fucking Tetris theme on it. Change your style back? You know, a good call. I haven't really been using my stand. Hello, son. It's like Death to False Metal? Yeah, you could compare it to that in Weezer terms. But it's good. I'm gonna save my money. I need to stop buying get out of jail items. I'm waiting for another Uncle Dane album. Dane's not making another. But I'll have you covered. Ryan Reynolds plays
Great.
Sonic the
Thank you.
Hedgehog. See, I could believe that. If
Thanks
you told
so
me that
much.
was gonna happen, I'd believe you.
Pretend you are a Russian Jojo.
Russian JoJo. Yote yote dase! Chicken! Order! 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 Russian is very broad. All I can think of is the heavy. His stand would just be a giant bottle of vodka that pours itself onto the enemy and drowns them. It traps the enemy within the vodka and gets them so drunk they're unable to fight. No, not a bear, surprisingly. They should make a Russian JoJo part just so they can bring back the big beefy bods. I miss the big beefy bods in JoJo. Don't take that out of context. Glowing portal in the other direction. Up there? I was just dealing with those guys. Collecting red orbs because I'm running severely low. I haven't really been upgrading. How often does JoJo jump around time? It only jumps at the end of each part. And each part is more or less a season. And, I mean, do you mean time-wise? Because it varies. It varies a lot. For the main course of JoJo, it's sort of just a generational thing. Like, one JoJo, and then it talks about their grandkid. And then it talks about their... But, I mean, towards the end it gets weird. It's like... There start being, like, love affairs, and then there's, like, you know, baby mamas and stuff. It varies. Most parts are the same as when they came out. Yeah, that's a... I mean, I guess that's a good way to put it. Mostly just for the later ones, though. JoJo Part 1, but JoJo has a gun that shoots Hammond bullets. Dude, it's so funny you say that, but I can't tell you why. But that's funny. That's a good idea, they should make that. Tell us, you'll find out if you follow JoJo. Yes. This is what I needed in DMC1. I think they've reused that laugh 5 times now. If you're anime only in like 7 years. Oh yeah. It'll be a while for the anime. I actually saw a platforming game on Steam, which was basically what you're seeing now. Like using a bike to platform in the air. Though I chose not to play it today. Maybe that's a good choice because his just exploded. Alright. What was it called? I don't remember the name, but it's on like the new tabs. A. Two A's. I'll take that. Evens out quite nicely.
Great. Thank you.
Sure thing.
Thanks so much.
How does it make you feel that Dante gets an actual motorcycle as a weapon in DMC5?
I'm excited. I actually saw some footage of like DMC5 combat mechanics. And I didn't even realize like DMC5 was coming out in the coming months, I guess. So that just makes me even more excited to hear that. I still need to play the 4th one. The problem is I've already gone through the first and the third. So I'll probably take a break after this, maybe play like Bloodborne or something. But I gotta play the fourth one. Just binge through it one day. Devil May Cry and Kingdom Hearts are different sides of the same coin. I don't know too much Kingdom Hearts, but I can see where you're coming from. Yeah. Yeah, actually remember, I watched the trailer for DMC 5, but at the time I didn't know the franchise, so there wasn't much I could say. But now I'm invested. I cannot damage that. Kingdom Hearts is light and DMC is styled beast. I believe you. Worst enemy is here. No clip 1 activated. I like their beards though. Their feather beards. Like the Tiki dude from Crash. He was super old. You know what it looks like? Return the slab! Very reminiscent face. Maybe that's just the Scully teeth, though. Aren't they doing a live-action Courage the Cowardly Dog? Or am I just making stuff up now? I feel like we're in a day and age where you could tell me anything is being made live-action and I'd believe you. I think everything is just being made live-action. No? Okay, good. I got myself worried. There's a live-action Rugrats, though. That is true. I mean, the Minecraft movie's not relevant, but you're correct. Darksiders 3 is out this month. You gotta play. It's been on my list, man, but I know if I play both Darksiders and DMC, I'm gonna burn myself out. Plus, I've already played this long enough. I figured I'd finish this up in the next few days and take a little week break. So, I'd say, like, give me 7 days and I'll jump into Darksiders. Yeah, there's a Rugrats. I don't think it's live action. It's just like pseudo CG. I think it's I don't know. There's a new like live-ish Rugrats coming out, and I'm worried. I'm very worried. You think the Black Album will come out before the tour? When does the tour start? December, I want to say? Or is it just next year? I don't know the tour dates. I just know they're not... I don't think they're coming to Atlanta again. March? I don't know. I hope so. But I think it's perfectly plausible that it'll come out like April, May-ish again. So it'll come out like after. But I think if Weezer is smart, they'll release the Black Album before their tour. Because obviously like the most... artists make the money the most through touring, and what better way to advertise your tour than a new album? So I guess, yeah, I hope so. Based on what I'm seeing, Darksiders is difficult in terms of gameplay and controls, not to mention an actual camera. If it has a real camera, that's all that matters to me. After playing DMC 1 and 3, I have been dying for a game with camera control. They're making a PG-13 Deadpool remake of Deadpool 2 coming in December or something, and Ryan Reynolds says he'll only do it if a lot of the money goes to charity and he can kidnap Fred Savage. There's a remake? Like, are they remaking it or recutting it? That's... I mean... Again, I like Ryan Reynolds as a dude, so that's a cool thing for him to do. Very memey. But at the same time, that's not going to change my opinion of him as Pikachu. I don't want it. Recutting it? Oh. I thought you were saying like having a children's stage play version of it. Which I would have preferred. I'm interested to see how that'll happen. There's a lot of maiming in that movie. A lot of cut up bodies. Fox has been trying to do a PG-13 Deadpool since 2006. You can't, I don't feel like you can do PG-13 Deadpool. I feel like part of Deadpool's charm is the fact that it's a very, like, adult scenario with such a childish character. That said, I think people 13 and under would appreciate Deadpool as a character, but I don't know. I don't feel like it works. I feel like 13 and under actually appreciate the adult Deadpool because it's like, oh, this is so, like, I shouldn't be watching this. If you make it PG-13, they're gonna be like, this is gay. This is dumb. You know, the kind of things a 13-year-old would say. No offense, chat. I followed what happened, and yet I'm still confused. How would FUNKe know that? Because I have cameras in all of your rooms. You're free to look for it, you're not gonna find it. That's how well hidden it is. Isn't FUNKe 13? Well, they say I don't know, a YouTube comment section reflects the creator, so maybe. What shirt am I wearing? You're not wearing a shirt. It's a trick question. I didn't see where that was, and now I'm
Great.
Don't know
Thank
where
you.
it wants me to go.
Thanks
I
so
can't
much.
go through the door.
Since this section success, let
Never
me
mind, I
tell
can't.
you what to do. Go back to the spider room and hit the wheel twist. Then go back to the yellow door with the wheel.
You know what? I appreciate that. Normally, I'm not a proponent for what is it? Backseat driving, but honestly, I wouldn't have figured this out. Alright, I hit that one. I have to hit it again. I'm wearing a Weezer shirt. Dude, I was trying to keep that a secret so you wouldn't be embarrassed. But now you've told everyone. I knew you were wearing a Weezer shirt. I just also know no one ever wants to be caught wearing a Weezer shirt. I was trying to protect you. There goes your cover. I watched the trailer for Det Peak, and remember, like, those animation things of Pokemon but real life? And the Pokemon looked like a lot of the time, but they just looked awful? It does. Okay, the designs of Detective Pikachu's Pokemon... am I the only one that's a little, like, turned off by it? It's not like I hate it, but, like, it's just so... unnerving. It's not the worst try. It's just, like... weird. Other yellow door? Do you know any other tongues? What? Are you asking if I know any other tongue tricks? It's not really. I can, like, hot dog my tongue. But that's not really a skill. It's, like, easy. And I flip it upside down. But when I do that, I just sound like I'm trying to be Damon Albarn. I got my tongue upside down. Any languages? Oh, you mean oh. No, not really. I learned Spanish, but I lost just about all of it. Roja. I can, like, roll my R's. That's all I got. I picked up on some Korean from my time playing MOBAs, but I wouldn't call myself a speaker. ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien. Danke schön. Hallo, wie geht's? Not much, man. You can say what in Japanese?
Great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I think that's...
Thanks so much.
Naini? Naina? Naina?
Then go back to the original door
Close.
next to the starter. Then hit the red thing to wheel at the end of the razor bladder quiz. Go to the clock or
There's so many steps to this.
Go to the end of
Hold
the
on,
room
I need
for
to like
final
finish the
boss.
room. Jesus. Hit the wheel once, go to the blue door, then go back to the original door. What? Go to the blue? Okay, I think I know what you mean, but I can't fucking hit the thing yet. Do this, then go to that center door. Oh, so doing that rotates all of the rooms. I didn't really understand what was happening, but... You mean this is in the blue door? No. That's yellow. Did I do something wrong? Go to the blue door, then back to the original. I don't know what the blue door is. My redneck is showing. My dad's side canceled out all of the Georgia. I got just enough north in me that I break even. Although I would say I have probably as many southern quirks as I do northern. I can't pronounce. What's that word I always say wrong? Linear? Linear? I got that from my dad. But then I got nanny from my mom. Yeah, I don't know what the blue door is, so I'm just gonna search around, I guess. Oh man, I tell you, the second half of this game is not nearly as charming as the first. It's like me saying my mom's side canceled out the Asian. It's fair. But I feel like that's much more cultural than saying, like, my dad being from Queens made it so I was less redneck. Go to the spider door and hit the wheel so the teal is on the left and red is on right? I don't know what you mean, but I'll try it.
Great.
Oh.
Thank you.
Sure thing.
Thanks so much.
So that the teal is on the left and red is on the right. So I need to hit it again. That's what you meant. The most amazing glitch happened to me. I got Fallout 76 refunded, got the money back in my account, but Bethesda didn't remove the game, just stopped me from starting it, so I guess I got it for free. So you can start it just out of launcher. That's classic Bethesda. Even when you get a refund, they still want you to play their game so desperately that they'll let you keep it. Can you actually log in, though? I would feel like you wouldn't be able to actually, like, start it. Because you have to connect to the server. Doesn't really matter if you have the files. Still, you figure, like, they would completely remove it. It's weird. Haven't tried it yet. I doubt that you actually can, since it's server-based, but if there's any way to play offline, then you might be able to. Other yellow door in spider room? Another door? Or do you mean that door with the moving thing? You mean that? Yeah, I just figured that was backtracking, so I was avoiding it, but that makes sense in hindsight. Just wait for private servers. Yeah, I used to play RuneScape private servers. So sometimes I forget that, like, people will find ways to play the game. DRM or not. Go through the yellow door with the 3 colors, hit the wheel with the purple on the left and teal on the right. Alright, I got it. While private servers are huge. Well, but then there's that big fiasco. You think you want it, but you don't. You know, if copyright law wasn't the way it was, people could legally do private servers after they, well, I don't know if they could, actually. I don't know if it's the same, but I'm just trying to find a way to wrap around my conversation. Puzzles seem totally solvable without help. I mean, I'm sure there's something to it, but I didn't really... I'm glad it was told, because I wouldn't figure that out. Is there anything to do here? It's just a spawn point. What do you think about the state of TF2 at the moment? It makes me sad. The state of the game's balance is fine. I think the balance of TF2 is some of the best it's ever been. But I think the game's state, it's sad. Just like from an overall perspective. I don't mean to be like, find an excuse to bash Valve, but just like, nothing's really going on. And that makes me sad. I go back to the statue? This door? The message got like drowned, so I'm confused. Go to the door next to the statue. Okay, I assume you mean this one. Oh, it's different now. Huh. Yeah, that's right, though. Current state of YouTube makes me want to take a degree in copyright law and exclusively help YouTubers fix legal claims. I'd never run out of work. You wouldn't, but you'd probably lose your hair. You'd run out of hair just because you've been tearing it all out. There are people that do that. There are, like, people that call themselves, like, the YouTube lawyer and stuff, but ultimately the issue is just, like, YouTube is such a new... what would you call it? Form of media, and the laws aren't really set up to, like, take it into account. So even when something is blatantly obviously in someone's favor, YouTube kind of has to swing the other way just because they're like, well, we don't want to get in trouble. These guys have a lot of money, and we don't want to get on their bad side. But yeah, I think going into corporate law over YouTube claims, you would find a steady income. As long as you're good at your job. It's not like you even really need to be. You just have to be able to talk over email. Hit the wheel until teal is left and red is on right. Then go through the door. I think in 5 years it's going to be a lot worse on the internet. Like, in general? Or YouTube specifically? Because I'd say yeah to both. I feel like 5 years from now, it's... just thinking about the internet as a whole makes me so existential. Because I try to think, like, what would it be like in 5 years? Well, look, to get a guess, you look at what's changed over the last 5 years. 5 years ago was 2013. And at that point, you know, memes were only just becoming, like, acceptable in the mainstream. Give it another 5 years, everyone's gonna be a Minecraft YouTuber. The only explanation. 5 years ago was Wholesome Hour all the time. I mean, it was easier to avoid the bad jubies, the bad feels, the bad vibes on your favorite websites, but now that's kind of... Now, I feel like every piece of the internet is intertwined, which is like... It's a weird statement, because ultimately the internet's always intertwined, but I don't know. 5 years ago, I felt like if I went to this website, it was just for this. If I went to, trying to think of a website I went to 5 years ago. 4chan, I went just for 4chan. If I go to FacePunch, then I go just for that. If I go to tf2.com, it's just for that. Now everything has to do with each other. Everything boils back to Twitter. Club Penguin. Yeah, that should have been my first thought. I can't get a good look at it. Teal is on the left. I think I was right. Good to know I should go for the manga. The anime of Erase is still good. I would recommend it. I would just recommend... Honestly, I would recommend watching 11 episodes of the anime and then reading the 4th volume of the manga. I mean, you could just watch the full anime, then read the 4th volume. But, like, that's the big cutoff. Just don't watch the last episode. I might have all of the fragments now. I need to check. I only have 2. I need 1 more. I don't know if this will do anything. I'm just assuming this is a faster way. After getting this piece, go back through the entire Razor hallway. Uh-oh. I already hit the wheel. I'm gonna reset it again. Fucked it up. What anime? I was referring to Erased. That's the name of it, Erased. The trailer for Ash was cool. Did you guys know that there's actually a post-credit sequence for the Overwatch Ash short? She's like on the, what is it? The payload talking to Bob's head. For some reason they didn't show that right after it, and not even in the upload. I mean, there's not like there's anything important in it, but I just thought that was interesting. FUNKe is the nice guy in Portuguese. I don't believe that. I think that's signing away my rights. That's neat. Don't care, though. Yeah. And you're more than welcome to. I do still wish we would have gotten Echo first, to be honest. I like Ash as a character. Cool addition, but... I don't know. Echo's... The Athena bot thing... seemed more unique to me. Ash is cool, but she doesn't necessarily add anything to the game that it needed. Another pseudo-sniper like McCree. Again, fun to play, but it's like the purpose. I don't even need to be in this room, I don't think. I'm just gonna go. Wheel at the bottom. Hit it so the red's in left and purple's on right. Then go to the door at the end. So that the red is on the left. Oh, I gotta do it again then. That's gonna take me way too long. God, I love this camera angle. I don't want to deal with this. I'm going Devil Trigger. That's just a McCree rework that's better in most situations. Yeah. More fun than McCree. IMO. I don't know if I'm going the right way, but I'm gonna see. No. That'll help though. Are you meant to know how to solve it? I don't know. I don't know how you're supposed to figure it out. By not being dumb. Why didn't I think of that? Oh man. Okay, this is more challenging than I expected it to be. Now I have the 3 figments, so I should be able to run all the way back to the blue door. But the problem is I need to get there without dying. I don't want to risk this. I'm gonna kill everything in the room. It didn't work. Oh wait, no, that gives me back my trigger. Yeah, it works too. Got the items mixed up. Actually, can I devil trigger through these? I'm stuck. I can't devil trigger. I'm stuck between the butts. Don't jump. I gotta say this is painful. Hurts. It hurts to be alive. Oh man. I'm really low HP here, so if I just like accidentally touch the end of one of these saw blades, I'm done. Put your wiener in the wiener hole. Thanks, Fib. I'll do it. Took long enough. I literally broke my back from the amount of grinding I just did. You know the sad thing, Eric, is there's probably actual conspiracy theories circulating the internet right now that Stan Lee isn't dead. They're just trying to generate hype for the next Infinity Wars, for when he makes a cameo. He's gonna, like, save the MCU, and then be there for the, release of it.
Great. Thank you.
Sure thing.
Thanks so much.
Celebratory bits.
Celebratory.
That following direction.
I'm always in the mood for celebration. Thank you.
Darkness, rancid filth. Hour by hour, we move downward, ever closer to hell, in a slow, steady gait. Now, let the world resonate. Sloth.
He's definitely in the next one. I just meant it's specifically going to be a conspiracy theory
Envy,
that's leading up to the hype of that cameo.
and pride. A bell of chaos that tolls human desires.
I'll save. That's a good call.
Years, the once sealed gate to the demonic world will open. Destruction! Carnage and despair!
Yeah, I've been playing the new Red Dead. I've been playing off-stream just because I didn't want to overwhelm my stream content with Red Dead. But I've been digging it a lot. It does have some of like the problems I generally have with the Rockstar games, but it's not like a big deal. There's usually enough to do, even if a lot of it is sort of repetitive in some ways. Stream it. I've streamed it a few times. Just the last few days I have.
1980. Can't you afford a fucking haircut?
Is this Shadow the Hedgehog?
This guy right here is. He's a reincarnation of Shadow. Thank you for asking. Will I? In the next few days? Yeah. Play some more Red Dead. We set up, or rather my roommate moved my PlayStation down into the living room just because he wanted to play through Bloodborne. So I need to move it back and set it up in my room again. But I'll play more of it. I'm saving just in case the game like crashes. Yeah, so the playtime of the game is like around 12 hours, I think. So I'm definitely in quarter 4 here. I don't think I'll finish it tonight, but I was planning to at least get far enough that I definitively will beat it the next stream. I mean, I could beat it tonight, but I'd be going till 1 AM, and I can only handle so much Dante.
Now this is what I'm talking about.
Stand up for your beliefs. Stand proud. That one's for you, weebs. I don't know what stand up for my beliefs means. The only belief I have is that random crits should be removed, and I don't know how that applies to this game. I believe that you should always pour the milk first before cereal, but again, I don't know how I would stand up for that belief. Is the edgy music getting to you slowly? When I started playing this game, I had a buzz cut. It's rapidly progressed the growth of my hair, listening to this soundtrack. You're wrong. Cereal should always be before milk. You're wrong. You shouldn't even use milk in cereal. You should use water. It's healthier for you. You guys never had a bowl of cereal and water? Use ice. These marshmallow bits are really crunchy today. And lacking in taste. If we ever end, find a DM to play D&D, that growth will increase exponentially. If we ever end find a DM... You worded that very weirdly. But yeah, I agree. There are studies proving that water is about the same as milk in nutritional value. I mean, I feel like that's heavily dependent on the source of the milk and the water. Is it soy milk? I've tried soy milk. I've tried almond milk too, but it really doesn't do it for me. Even milk as a whole is pretty out of my diet. Unless I'm making, like, something that requires milk. No offense to any soy lovers. Or almond lovers. Almond soy lovers. I eat nails for breakfast without any milk. So that SpongeBob quote, my entire life, I thought he meant, like, fingernails. When he's like, I eat nails for breakfast. I just thought, ew. Ew, that's gross. When I grew up, it made a bit more sense. Still not quite as much, but a bit more. Breakfast is a conspiracy. Breakfast is one of the best meals. Maybe not the most important, but it's a high tier one. I wish I was awake to eat it. Alex Jones says breakfast cost $9.11. Well, it did, but are you gonna hold it over its head its entire life? It's been, you know, almost 20 years. Breakfast deserves a second chance. I don't think this is the room I'm supposed to be in. Lunch is better? Bruh. Brunch. Blew your fucking mind, didn't I? Everybody wins that situation. I don't even mean that as a meme either. Brunch is some real shit. I usually wake up at brunch, so that it acts as both my lunch and my breakfast. Another one of these puzzles. I think it's got to bust it. It's like a turtle shell. I messed up. Leftover pizza for breakfast? I'm not gonna get into it, but if you've... I feel like there's a negative stigma for cold pizza in the morning, when in reality, that's a luxury that you and me need to appreciate, because not everyone in the world has that opportunity. I like cold pizza. I mean, I also like warm pizza, but I don't like reheated pizza. I feel like if there's one thing humanity can agree on, that either, like, freshly made or cold pizza vastly beats reheated pizza. Cold pizza's doo-doo, but at least, like, it's like a, I don't know, it's like a miniature version of the original pizza. It's like, it has the taste, but not quite the texture. But if you reheat it, it doesn't have the taste or the texture. Or rather, it's the opposite. It has no taste, but a soggy texture. It's just sog. That's all I can describe reheated pizza as. I put pineapple in it. I'm out of energy. I can't even riff on you for that, as much as I'd love to. I've put up too many fights about pineapple pizza. I give up. Put nails on your pizza, too. I think you'll enjoy that. And I don't mean the finger kind either. Reheat pizza in your oven? That takes too long. You have to preheat the oven, then you have to put the pizza in and wait for it. Then you gotta, like, wait a minute for it to, like, cool down. Just eat it cold. Just eat it cold and pretend it's, like, really doughy ice cream. It tastes like tomatoes. Solve the crystal puzzle. Oh, I can't wait to do another one of these. 10 times as... Oh, okay. Sorry, I needed a deep breath before this, because I might have an aneurysm before the end of the stream. Need to get it to this one, I think. So I need to get to this one, so I need to get to that one. So I need to get to this one. how would I get it? I'm trying to do it backwards, right? So say I want to hit this one. Goes here. It's like doing one of those mazes where you like put your finger from the outside and find the middle. Go to this, which means I need to... Actually, hold on. I'll just do that, and then that. I overcomplicated it. That was really easy. What's that? The blue orb's face, I've never really stopped to look at it, but it's like a demented poggers. I thought I'd be there for like 20 minutes, I'm not even gonna lie. We're done. The problem is, now what do I do? I need to go find a pizza to heat up. Could have hit the lights in that order. I don't know. You're losing me there. It's self-aware edgy. Yeah, it's like the good kind of edgy. Yeah, I just implied there was a good kind of edgy. DMC on NES? I'd buy it. FUNKe just got leaked. Have I? I can't see the link, but I'll take your word for it. In this video, apparently, I got leaked. You get your laugh, your jolly off? You don't have to put it in chat anymore. I hovered over it. I knew what was coming. You're losing me with the hair? Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want me to man bun it? I can man bun it for you if that's what you'd prefer. I'd never do that to you, but I am struggling to see right now. I feel like I have a fucking helmet on. Alright, I've officially completely circled back to where I was, which was not necessary at all. When can we do a hair stream where you braid your hair after a few more months? Is there like a minimum to how long you need to braid your hair? I don't think I'm there yet. I need like another 4 months. That'll be the 10,000 subs donation goal. I'll braid my hair. I'll dye my hair skin colored. You cannot braid my hair. No. But I appreciate the offer. Can I braid your leg hair? I don't have leg hair. I have some, but it's not very... It's not braidable, I can tell you that much. I don't have very much body hair in general, as you'll come to find. I don't know why you'd come to find that. That's none of your business, but... No, you cannot. Yeah, I skipped 2. It was not. I deemed it not worth my time. Golden Sun released me from the darkness. Okay. Is there a door I'm missing? This is the secret. I've already done the secret mission.
Great. Thank you.
Sure thing.
Go to the elevator
Thanks so
room
much.
and go to the red room on the left, then walk towards the camera. Alright. Your word is say. Can I fucking cut off your scalp? That is all-time my favorite Eric Andre skit. He just walks up to a lady, goes, "Excuse me, can you explain this?" And then rips his scalp off. And no matter how many times I watch it, I lose it every time. So I guess my answer is yes. Walk towards... Wait. Go to the elevator room to the red, then walk towards the camera? You mean... Don't go through that? Oh, you mean like right out the door. Oh. Yeah, I would have figured that one out on my own. Totally. What's heavier? A kilogram of steel or a kilogram of feathers? Steel's heavier than feathers. So... Why would you ask that when it's obvious? How much more time on the stream today? 2 seconds. 1, 2... I don't feel like ending the stream for a gag, so just pretend the stream ended there. And then restarted. Do a clacker volley. That's clever. That's a reference that I get, because I know the reference. What am I doing? Doesn't look like I'm bust them. Maybe I actually have to clacker volley them. Make whole the spheres. Okay. A little cryptic for me, but I'll try. I feel like the first half and second half of this game have been widely different. The second half seems much more puzzle-oriented, and not in a good way. It's like these weird, just try everything until something works puzzles. It's not like a deducible puzzle. Pronounce this Glorian Excelsis? It's not hard at all. Unless, like, it's foreign and I messed it up. Am I missing an element to this? You need to, like, wait for it to go up? Wrong, it's eggshell cis. I said excel. But there's a C. Why would it be shell? It would be... excel. Like the word excel. To excel at something. That it wouldn't be eggshell. You're lying to me. I did read it right. Okay, I'm gonna try and clacker volley them again. But I don't suspect it'll work very well. Look, they like overlap. They don't even touch. Oh. They do. One just has to be higher. Never mind. Have you seen the gnome video yet? The You've Been Gnomed has been in my YouTube favorites for 8 years. Do you have any idea how, like, jarring it was when that became a meme? I literally... I put in my favorites like, this... I could just try and make this a meme one day. I should have. I could have been the creditor for the creation of that meme. I've been juked. I don't know if I'm doing damage to it. Maybe come inside the bounds of the area. Rickrolls will never be replaced. I saw a meme where someone printed out QR codes and just threw them around their school, and whenever you scanned it, it would open up. Never gonna give you up. So, I do think if there's ever a meme with a chance to never die, it's Rickrolling. There will always be a place on the internet for it. It's Latin and part of a song called Sing Noel. Well, I said it right, and that's all that matters. Aren't you using Air Rave? Because, my boy, I don't know how. And the menus are really fucking annoying, so I don't want to sit and try to figure out every combo every time I want to use it. All I have is Air Hike. I don't have Air Rave. Oh. That's what you meant. I do have Air Raid. I guess it's the default attack. Of course it's not listed. I mean, even... I guess it's better, but they always come out of my range either way. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I'm not doing damage with those attacks. Why is it the downswing makes them bleed, but nothing else does? Do I have anything to help me here? I don't want to use a Devil Star. But I also don't know how far back I'll have to go if I die. Got him. The Swordmaster move. That would explain it. I have the Golden Sun and the Shard, which I can use on those things. I don't remember what. Like beacons or whatever. Did I pass one? I know what I need to do with these, I just can't remember where the things are. I think one's this way, though. Through that upper room. Golden Sun. Isaac, it's confirmed for DMC 5. Wish he was confirmed for something else, but that's good enough. Guess I use them somewhere else. I thought that was where I use it, but I think that's where I got it. Controls the Onyx Moonshard sculpture. Now the question is, where are those sculptures? Towards the front? Okay, I know you're referring to. But I have to, like, backtrack. You know what running through those hallways reminds me of? Playing FFA and Overwatch. On, like, some of those maps where it's literally just, like, 10 Brigidas and Genjis doing this shit in a hallway. That's what it reminds me of. I've not drawn my dog yet. I need to see my dog again. I need a reference image. Sorry, but Isaac isn't coming to Smash. DLC. Come on, they're choosing 5 for DLC. You don't think Golden Sun at least has a chance? I don't have. I mean, my parents have dogs, and when I lived with them, technically the reason they got the dogs was because of me and my brother. So, kind of. So is this what you meant? I don't think this is right. Nope. Guess I gotta go in the elevator. There are days where, like, I'll watch, like, a gif of a dog balancing a cup of water on its snout, and I'm like, I need to buy another dog. But I can't. One, because my living space has a no animals policy. And 2, because I really don't have enough space for them. I couldn't make room for a husky. One day, though. Go to the elevator room and towards the camera in front of the elevator? Like, this way? Oh, you mean like upstairs. That's what you meant. I thought you meant like go forward to one of those rooms. I don't feel like it was a good design to have those, like, centered off outside of your camera view. Like, that's something you should have been able to see. Luckily, I have someone in chat telling me what to do, so it doesn't matter. Why the fuck is your erase video on FUNKe? That was kind of my test at doing something that's a compromise between my main channel and my second one. I don't think it was high enough bar of quality to go on my main channel, but I also, you know, wanted to upload it, so putting it on the second just made sense. It's just like, you know, it's not super edited, plus it's like a vlog style thing, which I really never did on my main in the first place. Just trying new stuff, I guess, is the answer. Low ego streamer. Humbling, truly. But it's a weeb analysis like color theory? Maybe, but you don't need to watch JoJo to understand the color theory video. You need to understand Erase to really fully understand that one. I tried to like talk about it in a way that if you didn't know that much, it was at least explained. But at the end of the day, like, the demographic of that video is people that know what I'm talking about. And I know, like, on my main channel, only a limited number of people would understand it, so it just made sense. I watched it without knowing. Well, obviously, but like, had you watched Erase, you would understand it more. Whereas, generally for like main channel videos like the JoJo one, you don't need to understand it. Is it now canon? FUNKe is the power of the Force? Oh, it was a telegrab from RuneScape, but if you want to write that down as the Force, then by all means. That's why I used a RuneScape sound effect. I couldn't track down the telegrab specifically, though. Trust me, if I could have gone all out, I would have. Well, I could have, but I chose not to. I've been playing RuneScape. I know where my thoughts lie. And they're not in my bed. In RuneScape. Gross. I don't actually have to stay in this room, I don't think, so I'm gonna keep moving. This sounds like it was sung by Tommy Wiseau. We shall suffer. Alright, I feel like I can officially feel lost now. But I think I'm going the right way. I fucking hate RuneScape now. I did an early game mystery mansion and they showed me a goddamn god sword in an inaccessible room, goddammit. I don't play old or new RuneScape, only old school, which, if you're still referring to that, I don't know. That sounds like new content. Yeah, RuneScape does that. My cousin's friend was PvPing like the first week he picked up RuneScape, and he got a god sword. And everyone was just super fucking pissed.
What's wrong? You tired?
RuneScape will do you dirty like that.
I'll take care of this.
No, you stand back.
I told you, you can't.
Ooh, I was right in the navel too.
Don't you get it?
So that's where belly buttons come
You are the
from.
one who doesn't get it. It's not something you can reason with. It has nothing to do with me being a human and you being a demon.
Oh, I don't like how her necklace is textured on. That's really
the
weird.
Inability to forgive him. My soul is screaming, demanding me to kill him. That's enough motivation to keep me going.
Oh, that's a gratuitous shot.
This is my
Look away,
family
children.
matter. You should stay out of it.
Okay, lady. I get the picture, but I can't just sit back and watch either. I'm pretty pissed at him too, you know. Now, get out of my way, or there'll be some consequences.
Fair enough. I wasn't planning on letting any demons live in.
Why would you ever need to stab somebody with a bazooka? In what scenario would you... In what order? Would you stab them then blow them up? Or would you blow them up and then run up to the corpse and stab it? I really... Okay. I don't buy it.
Alright.
When you reload... If the person you're shooting is in running distance, you shouldn't be using a bazooka in the first place. Plan B? Why wouldn't you... Why not just have the knife on your... Like, separate? I guess if you're fighting demons, maybe. She's going to blow me up and then stab me. That's what's happening right here. Wait, so when she shoots me in cutscenes, it does no damage. But when she does it in-game, it's a different ballpark? I don't follow. Also, I'm doing pretty yikes.
Get ready.
Didn't know she could do that. Good to know. How many bits would you need to play Fallout New California next stream? Next stream? I don't know. Kind of just play games that I want to. I don't get paid off to do them. No offer. Appreciate the gesture, though.
All right.
Ouch. Like how her bullets are so strong, they completely throw off my center of gravity. This is going a bit differently.
It's over.
Is that actually the fight? There's no way that's actually the fight. That's like part 1 of the fight, right? Jeez. Hey, yeah, that really sets the power scale.
I'll take care of him.
Creepy, Dante. Really creepy.
This whole business started with my father sealing the entrance between the two worlds. And now, my brother's trying to break that spell and turn everything into Demonville. This is my family.
Demonville? Is that like Thrillville, but with monsters on the roller coasters? And the roller coasters kill you? I'd play that.
I know what's important now. I know what I need to do.
Wait.
Trust me, I'll make things right for you. That's what my soul is telling me to do.
No. No, it's not mocapped. I don't know what you mean. What do you mean that it's mocapped? This is completely original animation.
You can give me your name.
Dante.
Why won't my fingers move? This is weird. They're stuck there. They won't budge.
Dante. Please. Free my father.
I will, lady.
Dante is a Chad. Oh, he totally is too. Everyone knows that to secure a demon hunting license, you need at least a 42-inch schlong. And I tell you, Dante is rocking it. Level 3 Swordmaster.
Go to hell!
Good it! He sounds like a fucking 13-year-old yelling at his mom who told him to get off RuneScape. Please, I have to hear it again. He won't do it again. I need you to yell at your mom, Dante. He won't do it. Go to hell!
Go to hell!
That's great. DMC is secretly the fantasies of an edgy 13-year-old. Have you seen the outro to DMC 1? Where he fights a giant demon and then flies a plane through a cave? It was absolutely that. And you know what? I love it. Get it. Oops. I'm not sure how I do it. Like, there's two different ways to... Do back B with Rebellion? Back B? What, just like opposite direction? It's not... doesn't perform differently. An interesting level, to say the least. No, I was trying to save, and it's making it way harder. What do I do? I just don't want to lose my progress to a crash. Oh, I'll equip the bazooka. Trust me. How are you today? Good. I was mostly working the other day to get the erase video up, so now I'm just lackadaisical. It's not a word, but that's how I feel. Fingers are just hand toes. Are you proud of that statement? You gonna take that one to the bank, put it on your gravestone? Because I'm not doing anything with it. Toes are just foot fingers. Oh, it's that sword that future Trunks used to kill Zamatsu. Hopefully this one has less ramifications on the universe. Easier joke. Oh look, it's the Eyelander. You guys will get that one. It's the sword you use in DMC 1? No way. No way that's it. It's definitely a Dragon Ball Z reference. Confront your shadow? Been 3,000 years since I've heard that name. Dude, there's a ton of, like, hidden goodies up here. Am I supposed to be here? I don't understand this at all. Lock on back B.
Are you ready?
Oh, you mean hold. I thought you meant like tap it. Yeah, Dante does a little blast off there.
Are you ready?
Aye aye, Captain!
Are you ready? 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 Are you ready?
Really spend these and equip the bazooka, but I haven't seen one of those things yet. Obelisks. Sorry, I'm looking at chat waiting for someone to say Minecraft because it's a cube. Because that's what comedy is these days, apparently. There it is. Thank you, Silju. Broke Minecraft. Woke Cube World. I can do this. No. I don't think I've ever been able to break one of these things on my own without someone telling me how to do it. Wrong way, Dante. Wrong way. Good hell! He has constipation when he says it too. I can't believe Dante would curse. He would never do that. Please, I'm crying. Tell me he didn't curse. It's still not broken? I don't think I can combo any more than this.
Catch this! Rising dragon!
Alright, I'm giving up. "13-year-old punching the wall." I think I tried to like punch a wall once. It didn't break, I just hurt my hand a lot. Yes, that is why they call me Punchy.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Oh, that's just for movement. I thought that was like an actual attack. You keep telling me to mash it, but I can't mash it. I hold back and it only does it once.
Are you ready?
What do you mean, mash it? I can't even fucking see myself. You mean just mash after that? mean, I'm using combos more than I used to, but I'm still getting wailed on. I did it? Oh. It just looks normal, I guess. Game looks so damn clunky. In some ways it definitely is, but I wouldn't say it controls clunkily. It's just like... I don't know. It's a hack and slash, you know. It has that hack and slash element. You just have to, like, stand in the middle of 3 mobs and mash buttons. But I've gotten this far. This looks like the game equivalent of nu metal. You know, nu metal was like my go-to when I was younger. So, if it's fitting that in my olden golden years, this is what I choose to play. I just need to listen to some nu metal. Alright, I can finally put on that bazooka too. I've noticed that, like, all music over the years has slowly turned into, like, more subgenres, but it really seems like metal has taken, like, the worst of it. Like, there's, you can't use the term broad metal anymore. You have to be describing a very specific type of metal. Nu metal, grunge metal, pop metal, death metal, black metal. Pick a pick. Acoustic country metal. Is country metal a thing? I hope it is. Is there medieval metal? Dude, I hope... Actually, I hope not, because I'll never listen to anything else ever again. Seems like I need to do something in here. But I guess not. Weezer rap is best rap. Do you guys think the Black Album will have rapping on it? I don't think I've ever actually discussed that, but I'm curious how likely we'll get rap. Seems like Can't Knock the Hustle was sort of like pushing like that kind of genre. Not like rap or hip-hop, but I'm curious. Do you think he'd dare? There's pirate metal? That's close. It's not quite medieval though. Medieval is more so like knights in armor and stuff. Goblin Slayer. More that than pirates. Symphonic black metal is Chad metal, prove me wrong. I haven't heard it, but with a name like Symphonic black metal, then it's gotta be Chadicious in some way. If it's like Death Grips like the playlist suggests, there might be rap. Yeah, I mean, there's not too much rap in that Wheeze playlist, but I guess the Death Grips could suggest that direction. Medieval metal is a genre. I'm happy about that. I will do my research and get back to you on how that is. I'm sure it'll be amazing. I'm trying to get over this for a while. Uh-oh. I feel like this is what hard drugs are like, trying to figure out what this puzzle is. Trying to do all of the head math of where to jump. And there wasn't even that much necessary either. And can't tell if that goes anywhere. I don't think it does. It's the Jester fight, isn't it? Oh, I can't wait to use this bazooka on his ass.
Welcome to hell! Or you can expect a spanking from Daddy later. My name is Jester.
Oh, there's a limit. Doesn't do too much. It does so little damage. Oh, I think he's wearing explosive protection armor. That's what it is. I forgot to leave my non-explosive underwear. Left it at home. He does say daddy, but I was hoping no one would point that out. I figure out what I should purchase. I don't even know what weapon I should use. But I know I should get these combos, but I'm really stubborn about not learning new things. So let me look through them. A lightning quicksword swing that sends a powerful shockwave. Or Stinger level 2. Beowulf? Oh yeah, I do need to upgrade Beowulf actually. I don't... $20,000 for air hike? Nah, I'll just keep it on the sword. Get that. Spend the rest on like an item. The magic power limit? I assume that means the devil trigger. One there. My HP hasn't been a huge problem, but I'll up it anyways. Good enough. Someone made a medieval cover band of Weezer. Probably because of that green text where it's like, does anyone know a band that sounds like Weezer but from 1440? And you know what? I'd be interested in that too. You gotta move forward eventually. It's not focusing the right thing. Dude, that looks totally like Mother. It's not called Mother, but what's it? Gigas? Straight out of Mother. Yeah, epic reference. Thank you. Really tried on that one. Planning any more mini analytical videos? Yeah, I mean, anytime I'm down to make a video, I'll do it. Hold on. This is one of those puzzles again. Hold down a left bumper, you can sacrifice remaining trigger for an explosion. Noted. Yeah, I'm planning more of that for FUNKe. I mean, I kind of want to... Because I know, like, for a while I was doing review stuff on my main channel, but I stopped just because I didn't know what I wanted to do with it. So, I may bring it back in the form of that. And if I have, like, non-reviewy analysis, then I'll do those too. I'm trying to do more, like, I don't know what the word is, but, like, content that compromises between my main channel and the other one. So it's not just, like, highlights. Well, I guess, yeah. This maze is something you get your parents to beat for you. Yeah, well, my parents aren't here, so I gotta be a big boy. We need live commentaries again? We don't. You're watching one. I never felt like live commentaries were my strong suit in the first place. Like, comparing my live commentaries to my scripted stuff, the scripted stuff is, like, vastly better. Not to talk shit about live commentaries, mind you. I just mean, there's no need for a live commentary and a stream. Yeah, because it's scripted. Well, yeah, I mean like literally, and hey, you should do more of this. I don't feel like live commentaries are the, hey, you should do more of this of my life. Is that why Getting Hammered's unlisted? No, I just unlisted that because I didn't think it was a good video. I mean, not like, oh, I can't bear the commentary, but more like, that's not a good example to set. I gotta save PR for when I get my first scandal. It's gotta be something lighter than telling kids to drink underage. You know what I mean? It's my only good video. I think you're right, but I don't know. It is what it is. I would have kept doing it. I don't have a direct stream schedule, but I'm generally live most nights, and if I'm not, then I'll try to say so the night before on stream. But no schedule. I'm always up by like 8 o'clock. Recently I've been trying to do more like midday streams, but it's hard for me when I wake up late. Usually I just end up pushing it back. What do you think you'd do if you didn't do YouTube streaming? Do you mean like had I never gone into it, or like if it all disappeared tomorrow? Because those are two different answers. If I had never gotten into it, I'd probably just be doing some, I don't know, clerical work at a fucking business. If I like lost everything today, then I would just like edit for other people. Just like, cause I already know how to like edit YouTube videos and stuff. Just cause I can't make it doesn't mean I can't help somebody else. I might start a YouTube channel. I just been hesitant. But I mean, creating stuff was my main hobby going through my teen years. It was a formative experience for me, so like, I don't know what I would substitute that with. I mean, I don't know. It wouldn't be anything fun. Well, I mean, no job is fun when you're working, but
I know why you're here.
doing this, I can at least feel a sense of pride and accomplishment.
Well, too bad. I've already answered them myself. I don't need you anymore.
When do you think YouTube and Twitch will no longer be sustainable? Like, in general, or for me? I try not to think about that. I take it week to week, but I could certainly see in the next decade or two something happening that makes the platforms even harder to work on. Not just me, just like in general, for all people. It might very well get to the point where like the only people really making a living doing content are like the 1% that make it. Which is why I gotta grind ass before it's set in stone. I can attack him. So I gotta find something in here that'll let me. How do I block? This is one of those, like, meme bosses, isn't it? Where you gotta, like, do something specific. Is it, like, only when he's moving, or do I need to use a certain weapon? Hit the circles? I was thinking of that, but none of it seemed logical. Nothing looked like it was interactable. I probably should have tried anyways. Turn off the lights in your room and you win? Didn't think of that. I have to become the shadow. Fortunately, I left my my furry ears at my parents, so I can't go full shadow. It's a joke, by the way. It was a joke. Oh, you do hit them. Weird. It makes sense, though. Like, lights it up. I think he's... I got locked in a attack. Come and get me! Doing no damage.
It's 1980. Can't you afford a fucking haircut?
Thanks, Ment. Close to 500k total on Twitch. Big Pog. A meaningless number which has no reflection on my actual success. But almost. I'm almost there. Hentai or regular porn. I watch JoJo Part 2 whenever I need to let off steam. So that does it for me. You don't seem to learn. He wasn't kidding. I'm pretty sure he'll jump to other spots, so I have to leave it at 1. This is gonna take a while, though. He's in that. This is some BS. He just got tiny. I don't know what the taunt button is. Over here. It locked onto him when I attacked. Do you plan on playing or streaming the Spyro remakes? Yeah, I do. So I only played the new Spyro games. The shitty, like, Year of the Dragon ones. So I never got to play the original Spyro games. And the remaster is a good opportunity to do that. Year of the Dragon was good. I liked Year of the Dragon. I thought it was great. I just meant to, like, to the average Spyro fan. Apparently, the original are tops. I liked the newer ones, but I don't have much to compare to. How do you delete messages? You close your eyes, and the message will disappear. I've been saying goodnight funkers every night for 6 months in the junkyard. Why would you say it in the junkyard? I mean, I'll check the junkyard, but it's not really where I look when I'm live. Good night. You're already Tracer? But I'm already. You can't vote. I'm sorry, I'm Winston, actually. I feel like TikTok memes are a further example of, like, the abstraction and surrealism of memes and meme culture. Memes no longer have to make a point, they just have to exist. Exist and it will be a meme. If it's funny, it's a meme now.
Thought I lost my shadow for a sec.
Like Rule 34, but with memes. Yes, exactly. So this is what it looks like when I do with the enemy engineer. No, I'm gonna redo the joke. So this is what it looks like when I do with the enemy spy. That makes more sense. Had to restage the joke there. Also, I like that, like, pound it that they have at the start. Dirty deeds. Shut up. I'm trying to go a full stream without talking about JoJo, and you're making it fucking hard. I can't. I already did. Well, I'm trying to, like, forget that I did and pretend that I haven't.
Shall we?
I'm trying to convince myself. Okay, is that enough? Think you're gonna finish the game since there's only 3 more chapters? Depends how long the chapters are. I didn't think I would finish today. I figured, let's see, I'm like, what, maybe 8 hours in? I should have been able to check. I figured I had another, like, 4 hours to go, and I wasn't planning on going past, like, 11, but, I mean, if I could finish it in, like, an hour or 2, then, yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. There's only 2 stages left? Huh? Right. Yeah, I guess I'm doing it then. Unless this final boss takes another 4 hours to beat. In which case, I will be here until 1 AM. I'm getting some Dark Souls vibes here. I don't want to be that guy, but that's not how the law of motion works. They don't just, like, stop. Like, that energy has to be released somewhere. It would have been, like, they should have, like, shook a little bit. I'm nitpicking. .40 chests. Alright, I jump this one and take your piece. I cannot take your piece. Alright, I jump this piece and take it. The only chess pieces I know anything about are, like, the pawns and the horse. Everything else, it's a wild card for me. They don't seem to move like those, though. Actually, no, did he come from there? Maybe they do. Yeah, I guess they do actually move like the pieces. I'm gonna learn how to play chess through this. So those can go across the board. I can't tell if I have to do it in an order. I just need to aggress him, I guess. Ouch. You know that their swords are just oversized Cladmores with engines. Rip Cladmore from TF2.
Great. Thank you.
They kind of reverted it.
Thanks so much.
So it's not the same. So I feel you. I have a hypothetical for you. If we found out the actual second coming of Jesus Christ was Christian, what would happen? I think we'd start atoning for our sins. I think it would be like the opposite of the second coming, where, like, he forgave all our sins. This time he's gonna make us pay for our sins. all content will be replaced with Chris Chan marathons. I, for one, welcome our Chris Chan overlord. That's the idea of the second coming? Making them pay? No. From what I know of Mr. Jesus, I think what I say makes sense. Also, I think my inability to play chess is translating into the game. I think you're taking this Chris Chan crucifixion thing too far. It's a bit of a one-note joke. What's happening in the game? Dante is playing chess. I saw a video. There's like this high-level chess expert, one of the best in the world, and he was just playing online against strangers in a live stream. So like, I think the second best player, or no, it was like the guy streaming is the second best chess player. The first best chess player anonymously goes against him on his live stream, posing as someone that's never played chess before. And you could tell the whole time the guy playing is like, "There's luck. There's no way you did that. That was on accident." And then he loses, and he's like, "I don't think you're who you say you are." But the entire time they were fighting, just thinking of what was going through his mind, like, I'm getting destroyed by someone that's never played this. Now that's the ultimate social experiment. This camera, if it turned, I could actually see what things are attackable. I need to take out these first. This is like fighting that space boss from Death's Gambit. There's just so much going on. They're very high health too. It was Banny wearing a gibbous in a pub. It's the same concept. I think I get it now. Also, what is this space supposed to be? It's like a Colosseum, but it repeats. You notice, like, that's part of a Colosseum right there. And I can't turn the camera, but it's a repeating texture. Like, that's not... It's like a Colosseum in the shape of a flower. They're usually just a giant circle. Lazy texturing. It's a hexagonal Colosseum. That's just gratuitous. You don't need that much. You don't need that many stands. Oh, wait. So it plays out like a normal game of chess, which means you want to kill all of the small things quickly. That's actually really clever. So, like, the back pieces don't start moving until they would in an actual chess game. The problem is I've never played chess, so I don't know what I need to take out first. I'm just gonna wing it. The best I've done so far. Sorry, I just really need to focus here. Trying to destroy it before it can explode again, but it has like the most health of anything. Good enough. Well, I guess I was the king. Or the queen. I won. I beat it. I know how to play chess now! True 40 chess is a game where your life's on the line, it would seem. But this is definitely late game. I wasn't sure how far in I was, but like, this screams final level. I don't know the name of that painting, but I appreciate it. The reference. Save it. Ready for the headache. Simple, yeah? I guess I'm here now. I didn't want to fight him, but... It's gonna take so long to beat him. I can't just, like, leave? If I quit the mission, I'm gonna have to start from the beginning. I just bit my tongue. Holy fuck. Ow, ow, ow. There we go. I don't think I have to refight him. It's just one of those side bosses. They just don't really label it as such, so I clicked on it. It goes a bit faster, I guess. Almost too fast. Just die, you won't have to refight the chess piece. I'm already halfway there, I'll just finish. Get the extra money. I think it's bugged. Gonna need you to bust some for me, buddy. I didn't know he was going straight for me. Every time I look at chat, I have to see all of the Mr. Mime faces on Twitter, too. It's It's below it on my screen. And it's starting to like freak me out. One more. Change the Twitter page? I mean, there's nothing I can do. I just needed like a web page that's bright. And I have like dark theme on most websites, so I didn't pick up all of the bits. Whoops. Oh, maybe I do have to beat all... Oh, I guess I have to, like, beat every boss to unlock... Oh, no, is it a boss rush? Whew. Okay, it is. So be it. So it is intense, or you have to beat him. I make the right call and not quitting. I get to fight the physical carnation of Thanos' sword without heads for some reason. Are You Ready's a decent combo. I'm relying on it. Where you going? Running away? At me? Okay. See, I love boss rushes in games, but this might be a while. Could really upgrade to next life. I'm gonna need it. I don't like how the camera looks away from one of the... And like I'm fighting the Abyssal Watchers here, and the camera won't focus on both of them, and it's making me really stressed out. I need to figure out how to get them, like, stunned. They take a lot of damage in that. I'm not sure how. Yeah, I'll jump that. Comboing all I can. Did it there. Well, put your Tinder mutuals on a second monitor. See, that one actually would be empty. Well, it's okay. I only invested 5 minutes of my fucking day into that. It's not like I lost anything. Good try. Good try, streamer. Pathetic. I gotta upgrade it. Up Stinger. 10,000. Can I up Stinger on Beowulf too? So I can, like, spam it? No. But I'm surprised I didn't have it already. It's kind of necessary. Use Cerberus Fire Demon. Their weakness. I could do that. Not enough to upgrade. Don't need to beat all of them, just need to make a line from the bottom of to the top. Okay, well I need to go look at the chart then, because I don't know what to do. Why would it not be like in the fucking center of where you spawn? Why do I have to like run out of my way to find this? They need to update the game and fix my complaints? From the bottom to the top. What? Seems... So, like, I could do both of the oranges. Orange, yellow, pink? It doesn't seem like a line. I don't know. It needs to be anything specific. So, yeah. Anyway, as long as it goes to the top. Alright. Well, go find an orange, yellow, or purple. Stop moving around, it hurts. It hurts me just as much, but I don't have a choice. What is this? Oh, this is like the first enemy in the game. This is way back. I'm glad modern games have all passed this. Yeah, it was a necessary step, but I know like a lot of people complain that newer games coddle players and give you way too much, but I would prefer a little too coddled over a little too in the dark. Don't get me wrong, I like a challenge, it's just like... And it's not even like this section is that bad, but I just mean stuff like earlier in the game where it's puzzles that you wouldn't know except for failing and finding out what works. But it's not even like a fun trial and error, it's literally just running back and forth through doors until you find something new. And I like boss rushes, I don't mind that. Although I would prefer if they changed something up about the boss, rather than just it being the boss. Give him like one new ability. There's gotta be some sort of trick as a developer. You can give them ability without making more animations or using up too many resources. Just like change where the fight is, so it's like a different location or whatever. So there's a bit of like new elements in it. That's all I ask. That's true. It does just get turned into DLC. What am I attacking? This guy? Oh. Oh, that's... I didn't even realize. So the first boss ended up being a generic NPC in the game. Or a generic enemy. I got so used to seeing a dozen of these, I forgot he was ever a boss. Dude, do I get to fight Virgil again? Is he? I hope he's the yellow. I want to fight Virgil next. I don't think he's on the path I chose, though. Am I not done? Kill everything. There's more appearing. You fight Virgil right at the end. I can't wait. I'm just assuming I have to kill everything.
This is 1980. Can't you afford a fucking haircut?
I'm done. Thanks, something dumb. 101. He is special. Virgil's a very special individual. Hey, is this like... Does this make you want to vomit? Because I can keep doing it. Favorite boss of this game? Honestly, probably Virgil. Virgil is the most, like, memorable, I would say. I got a laugh out of, like, the Thanos sword dudes, but other than that, most of them are pretty basic. What else was there? It's hard to tell. If there were photos of the bosses, I would recall way better. Move slowly, inches at a time. What are you, my wife? Oh, the Jester is up there too. I forgot about him. Look closely to identify. I didn't notice. The Jester and Virgil would be my top ones. Fuck. This is one of those annoying bosses where it's not hard, it just takes a really long time to beat. Let's figure out if there's like a faster way. Because it seems like slow. Streamer's gonna be at this all night. Am I? I'm like a chapter away from the end. But yeah, I mean, it'll be longer than 10 minutes, I know that. Attack the face. I can't even stay on it for more than fucking 2 seconds. I'll try to attack the face. By the time I climb, he's already past me. Like, the lock-on's really janky too. I didn't know you'd do that. Bye. Use your wits, my boy. I can't look anywhere. He's moving out of a side before my camera can even turn to see it. That does the trick. It's hard to be witty when I'm limited in my scope of view. And the platforming is that janky. What was he even doing? Just going in a circle? I think one more, like, head slam and I'll be good. But he's probably gonna come out a different side. You know, video games are supposed to, like, be fun. You're supposed to, like, play a video game and be like, damn, yeah, yeah, yeah! But with this, I'm just like... You know that Detective Pikachu meme? Where his face is all scrumped up and it's like... That's what it makes me feel. Just keep trying. Just hit it, idiot! Just hit it is what my dad would tell me when I was trying to learn baseball. Still never hit it. I can tell you from experience that it takes more than that to get me to do something. Speaking of Pikachu, have you seen the Detective Pikachu? Are you fucking kidding me? I literally just... I hope you're joking. Speaking of the Detective Pikachu movie, have you seen Detective Pikachu, the movie? I just joined. Do you know the context of what... I said... Like in the Detective Pikachu movie where he does the scrumpled up face. And your response was, have you seen the trailer to the Detective Pikachu movie? I'm not sure where it wants me to go now. Do I need to find that purple one? I don't know where it is. This it? That's more red. It's too red. I'm looking for like a... Hold on, let me double check. Yeah, that's not it. Yeah, well, let's put a boss rush mode in a upside down staircase area where you have no idea where you're going. That's where it is. It's up there. Oh, it's like connected to it. Could have pointed that one out for me. Video game. Nah, you're right. It's up there. I started laughing when I heard the grown-ass man voice coming out. It could have been better. Ryan Reynolds isn't a grown-ass man. He has a child voice. Like me. Needed a deep, like... Needed a deep, scrumpy kind of voice. Would have been more fitting. It's been a while since I fought this, so I gotta remember. Well, you guys get to see the guitar waifu one last time. I hope you let it soak in. Yeah, I won't let that grab fuck me over anymore. I've learned my lesson. Maybe not from the spin, though. Do the laser things. Yep. I don't know what you want me to do, game. I'm not really in a position to deal with this. Waste of time to try and long range her. I don't think it does nearly enough damage to warrant. Stream break form. Home stuck? Not in my vocabulary, bud. A little closer, Dante. Keep laughing, guitar. I got one shot? Alright. I mean, I was already low health. Yeah. Figures the final boss I gotta fight is the one that takes the most amount of cheesing to beat. I was using the best weapon too, so there's really no way I can speed this up. You have to be up close to use the rocket launcher effectively. And at that point, it's just better to use my melee, honestly. Yeah, nunchucks. Don't think I didn't see your Funk 909 message. How bad is the keyboard? You messed up P and... What? I don't know what you mean. You're speaking gibberish. Oh, that's hella more damage than I was doing. The game's camera is, yes, smelly. That's what's smelly here. The camera. Can't really get closer to her. Let me try the bumper. The explosion. Chad, are you enjoying yourself? She seems to be she wants to keep the stream quality as high as possible. She's asking the hard questions. I tried everything I could to avoid damage there. I just was not enough hang time. Jumped too early. And I didn't know she was doing that. Why is the stream 720? Because 1080p is for you can't even tell I did not mean to walk backwards. Please do not fucking restart my progress. I'm gonna be pissed. You can't even tell the difference between 720 and 1080 on Twitch. It makes more sense to do 720 60 FPS than 1080 30. Alright, try again. I'm maximizing my damage output here. I don't know how you consistently do that, but she's on the ground way longer if she gets knocked down. Hated me. Honestly, the fact I made it that long without getting hit was a miracle in its own. Do you guys know that bats are actually closer to sloths than they are dogs, scientifically? It's not true, I just made that up, but someone here probably believed it. Not true at all, though. Because it sounds like a little believable. Except for the guy who said it was awful. I guess it was not believable for him. I mean, I'm kind of enjoying myself, but I feel like the hospitality is a little lacking. Ooh, I might be able to. We definitely get her to one more round. I don't have Devil Trigger. Oh. I didn't know she could do it twice. I thought she only stopped once. Well, fuck me sideways. With a good electric guitar. You'd figure, being this far into the game, I would understand the boss, but no, I was never in a scenario where I dodged and then she attacked again. Going in for the 8th round, boys. Don't worry, I'll come up with more fake facts about bats. Keep everyone enthralled. Yeah, if you never sub, then the sub badge can never get set. It's good logic. That's like saying a baby can never cry if it's never born. Technically, you're not wrong, but that's not really good babysitting. Well, I missed my chance. Gonna hear these voice signs in my nightmares. Oh, I'm gonna hear them, but it'll probably be like a wet dream. Why is she a blue man? She's actually the 5th member of Eiffel 45. She never got credit for On Blue, but she actually wrote the lyrics for it. And she played the solo. That's why she turns into a guitar. Isn't it weird how Eiffel 45 is one of those bands that like got super big for one song and then stopped existing pretty much? Like, they made more music, but like to the world, that's all they ever did. That's all they'll ever be. Ironically, that must make them feel pretty blue. That's just gonna do the thing. Damn! I could have beaten this boss so quickly if I had utilized that. She's 1 HP. She's actually going to make it difficult. Just do the... Make it hard. Like, what? in real life, you have a single heart. Your heartbeat is beating 1 per hour. You are in stasis. Your body is shutting down, and she still has the nerve to fight me. The next trial shall be revealed to the one who unites the light. Is that not united? That's a pretty united light to me, fellas. It's from the bottom to the top. What am I missing? Seems pretty damn united. I'm telling me I gotta go like full circle with this. Fully united, top to bottom. I might just have to do all of the others too. Which I really don't want to, but I might not have a choice. I guess so. Looks like everything's on the agenda. Well, let's try to make it quick. I don't have enough for anything. You just need a circle of some kind? Can't keep changing the rules on me, Fib. I don't even know what to upgrade. Buy an item. You finishing tonight? It depends on how long it takes. It seems like, I was planning on just doing it in 2 streams, but I'm like so close. I'm like, I want to say I'm within like 2 hours, but to be honest, I don't know. Just heal and don't die. Good advice. I guess I'll do the outside ring now.
Thank you.
Red, green, blue.
Thanks so much.
Dark blue. Don't. No. Why would you even... Making pancakes stock... Do you stalk someone who makes pancakes? Or are you making pancakes while stalking? And how does that play into the awoo? Luckily, I remembered pretty much all of the boss cheese strats, so quickly. Honestly, maybe I should like farm my devil trigger on the tiny dudes first, and then open it up again. Might get more damage out that way. Just gonna keep doing that. Do they ever stop? Half-Life 2 advisor gonna murder Funk. Maybe. That is really bad timing, because I need to stand still and attack. And my devil trigger won't go off. almost feel like there's a slight difficulty spike since the original fight of this, but I can't remember. Maybe I'm just playing worse. I don't know of any way to, like, avoid that second laser. And the problem is I gotta fight all of these either way. I got no option. Oh my god, I'm lost. Alright, I'm just gonna try the normal way this time. Because doing that just gives him a lot of opportunity to use his stupid attacks. Classic, way shorter. Attack like 5 things now. Oh wait, did they destroy the little giblets? Also, nothing really drops health is a problem. There's pretty much no safe zone in this area. Except the air. And I do not have flight enabled. Just realized this boss is a vagina. Would you like to elaborate on that one? Because I'm not really following. Do you mean it's like a uterus? Have you ever seen a vagina before? Have you? I know it doesn't look like this, so I don't see what your argument is. I don't think you need to see a vagina to know it doesn't look like this. Not from the outside. Oh wait, I just did like a weird little attack. One more. I can survive to it. I'm low health, and if he does the laser thing, then I'm pretty much confirmed dead. Unless I can get Devil Trigger in time, then I'm gonna get hurt. I'm good. Yes, I am saying vaginas that I've seen don't have lasers and hell demons within it. So maybe that was an outlier. I'm still in the boss gauntlet. Apparently it's longer than I thought. I have to, like, do all of them. And I got 4 to go. Well, maybe 2. I don't know if, like, just a ring it will be enough. Either 2 or 4 to go. Nowhere in the middle. Wait, which colors? Green and dark blue. Oh, these guys. The rematch begins. I don't know if this is their weakness, but it's what I got. Try to dodge it. I like how they do the Naruto run across. I'm fighting the Weeaboo Abyss Watchers. I don't have Cerberus on. There's this Cerberus. I don't remember the name. Just stand around, buddy. You know, this remind me of the 2 goblins at the top of the mountain. Of, what's it called? The Messenger. Really shouldn't be in a corner with 1 HP. Ooh, that's good timing. Hello. Hey, you can't just pick up your weapon from across the room. That's cheating. No way that's legal. Oh, you know what? I forgot. You're supposed to, like, leave them both full or low health. I shouldn't have killed him that quick. First time being able to catch one of your streams. I'm a big fan, mate. I'm a big deal, mate. We're an unstoppable force. My fucking devil trigger wasn't ready yet. But it's okay, I learned my lesson this time. I totally won't run in and die. And it would be a waste of money, like, buying health things, because there's actual boss fights after these fake boss fights. That was way faster than last time I fought him, though. Went in a fucking circle. I don't know why they even have that side route. There's not a I guess there was one at the end, but... seem unnecessary. There's not an explanation for the boss rush. You just sort of end up in this area that you happen to have to boss rush. I guess, like, the explanation is you need the gems, and the gems are somehow connected to these boss fights, but don't overthink it. A Not a good combo it gave me. Every time. I can't see shit. I don't feel like when half of the time the bosses have to be transparent just so you can see anything. Maybe, like, don't make the camera automatically stick to the back wall. Maybe have it go into that giant open space. Like, the camera seems to prefer staying to the sides of the wall, which makes no sense for an enclosed space fight. And they can attack through my ice barrier, too. My egg. And I'm terrified that this dude's gonna kill me. Oh, I didn't realize he was low health. Better work quick, or this dude gets a power-up. Yeah, I was looking at the blue dude while wailing on the red, and I let him die when I meant to keep him alive. It's like 11:40 here. I don't think I'm gonna beat the game tonight, because it's almost 12, and I do not want to go till 2 a.m. on this. I'd love to finish it, but if it's going to rehash boss fights at me to elongate playtime, then maybe I'll take it with stride on another day. Because I'm not enjoying it. They're headless because I've already fought them, but you have to refight them. So, actually, I guess it's because it's on their sword. I'm gonna fight a different boss. I'm not fighting those dudes. Give me, like, the second boss in the game. Something relaxing. Dark blue is the one I need to find. Would you rather have confusing map design and bad camera like DMC3, or have to backtrack the entire map in MC4, but have camera control? I'd probably take the bad map design, honestly, because backtracking is one of the shittiest things in games. And I wish people, or developers, would stop trying to use it as if there's a way to make it salvageable. It's not. The only time you should have to backtrack is if there's an easy way to get back to where you need to go. Like a fast travel system. If you don't have a fast travel system, don't fucking try to make backtracking a part of your game. It's gonna be way harder to make him fall. I don't have the long-range sniper this time. No control of the camera, by the way. Really beating a dead horse. Die. Just drop dead right now. I'm in Devil Trigger. It's not really a big deal. Yes, the JoJo comparisons have been made before. They are comparable. Gonna stop anytime soon, or gonna keep doing this forever? 'Cause I got places to be. I'm so close. Just put an end to it. 1 HP. This is what always happens in this game. They're one hit away, but they get an extra round in. What's this game about? And that looks, yeah, it's similar. I mean, what is this game about? You're playing Dante the Demon Slayer boy. I don't really know the backstory. This game is not very good at explaining. Also, I did not get healed, which means I'm doing this fight with 1/4 health. And I've already lost to it twice, so what are the chances I beat it? Pretty good, I'd say. I got nothing. And I don't want to waste a Devil Star. And the odds are this against me. Not like I would have seen it coming with fucking Boss Invisible. A Devil Star maximizes my Devil Trigger, so that ultimate form that I get. So circles, like, more circles equals longer Devil Trigger. Special, you could consider it an ultimate of sorts. But I don't need to use the item that fills it full when I know for 80% certain that I'm gonna eat shit and die. I'm gonna finish this one and see what happens. But afterwards, I'll probably pause. Finish this tomorrow or something. Because I gotta say, the first half of the game was stronger than the second half. The second half has just been shitty puzzles and boss rehashes. Still like the game, but I wish they hadn't. I'd love to see them on my screen, but again, no control. Oh, now I do. The camera seems to routinely take control and, like, very... Like, now I can't, for some reason. I have to beat a dead horse, but... Man. Oh, and I don't have air hike either, which means I can't double jump. Way more likely to land on their sword attacking. Like that. Alright, now I just gotta get... You know what? I'm gonna use it. I don't want to fucking be in here all night. I gotta be careful with Red. I don't want to kill him too early. gonna make the other dude way harder to fight. And it's gonna be really hard with him standing so close, but I'll do what I can. I might do it. So fun! Well, anything it takes to complete the big O, right? And I forgot to pick up the bits. I don't know why did the bits spawn literally a fucking mile away from me? Spawn them where the boss dies. I literally forget. Because I figure I wouldn't need to manually pick them up. Too late now. What she sees versus what you see. There's no way to look cool in a business suit swinging a Japanese sword around. Akram performs interpretive dance. While you were demon slaying, I studied the blade. While you were talking to short-haired half-Japanese girls, I studied the blade. It all makes sense now. Really wraps the story together right there. It's a big moment. I think there's like 2 chapters left. So what I'm gonna do, because I got worn out just from the dumb boss mode. I'm gonna call it there, because it's already been a good few hours. And I'll finish this tomorrow alongside with whatever else I play. Because I can't imagine I'm that long from beating it. Probably like under an hour or 2. So yeah, I'm just gonna call it there for now. But I'm close. I feel weird when Funk looks over. It feels like he's staring me down. Or like straight into the webcam. You got a problem with eye contact? Because that is a normal human trait. And though I do not share it, I respect your discomfort. I prefer eye contact. Prolonged. Without anything being said. Alright, yeah, that's it for now. I need to figure out when the next stream will be. It'll probably be like tomorrow evening. But, yeah. In case anyone missed it, the last FUNKe video is comparable to a main channel video. So... If you're the kind of person that just comes here every day to ask when the next video is, you kind of get a 0.5 for free. It's sort of there. Not exactly, but close enough. In-stream joke? Man, I'm just saying my goodbyes here. I'm just wrapping it up. Don't gotta bring fucking beef jerky to share with the class every end of the stream. Look us in the eyes once more. Well, now I don't want to. You're making it weird. You're specifically asking me to look you in the eyes. What are you wrapping up, Funk? Some leftovers? That joke doesn't work. Food was in nowhere near the context of me saying wrap it up. You need to wrap up your fucking comedy act, Sealger. I'm sorry, that was too personal. But that's how you do roast comedy. You want me to look you in the eyes so goddamn